Good morning, dear students. I am Professor G.B. Shendge, Assistant Professor, Department of Agronomy, College of Agriculture, Baramati. This is our next lecture of Agro 247, lecture number 14. Title of this lecture is Development of Site-Specific IFS Models for Different Agroclimatic Zones, its Resource Use Efficiency and Optimization Techniques. Okay, development of site-specific IFS model. IFS means integrated farming system. Okay, in last lecture we have seen the definition of IFS. Integrated farming system means combination of or integration of different enterprises is called as IFS. Integrated farming system. एकात्मिक शेती पद्धत असं म्हटलं जातं मराठीमध्ये. Combination of one or more enterprises, that is called as IFS. Okay, development of site specific IFS model. IFS model means development of site specific IFS models. IFS models means cropping plus fishery plus poultry. Okay, one enterprise with carrying the different allied enterprises, that is called as IFS models. Okay, which gives more profit to the farmer, that is called as IFS models, which are developed according to the climatic conditions. Climatic conditions like dry conditions, wet conditions and irrigated condition. According to this you have to develop the site specific IFS models and its resource use efficiency and optimization techniques. Okay, first see the what is meant by IFS integrated farming system means the farming or integrated farming system farming enterprises which includes the cropping, poultry, fishery, biogas, beekeeping, aquaculture. Okay, these are the different enterprises which are included in the integrated farming system or combination of one or more enterprises, cropping plus poultry plus fishery, cropping plus biogas plus dairy. This is the combination of one or more enterprises which gives greater income than a single enterprise to a small and marginal farmers. Okay, IFS integrated farming system model means combination of one or more enterprises which gives greater income to the farmers as compared to the single enterprises to the small and marginal farmers. Means small and marginal farmers means the farmers which have land holdings is less than 2 hectares. Okay, 1 hectare or 2 hectares, that is called as small and marginal farmers. Okay, integrated farming system is profitable to the small and marginal farmers. It is not profitable to the big farmers. It is profitable to, or it is beneficial to the small and marginal farmers. Okay, this is the integrated farming system model, IFS model. Okay, small and marginal farmers means the farmers having 1 or 2 hectare land holdings, only 1 or 2 hectare land holding, that is called as small and marginal farmers. Okay, in the 1 or 2 hectare lands you have to carry or you have to adopt the different enterprises like dairy. Okay, like dairy, then the goat rearing, then cropping, then multi-storied cropping. Okay, different enterprises, then biogas unit. Okay, these are the different enterprises which are carried out in single piece of land. Okay, by individual farmer, that is called as IFS models. Okay, the main aim of IFS model is to give the greater income to the small and marginal farmers throughout the years, or employment generation throughout the year to the family labors as well as other outside labors. Okay, this is the IFS model. This is the general IFS model. Okay, then you have to in the IFS model means combination of one or more enterprises. Okay, and these enterprises are selected on the basis of different conditions. Okay, the criteria of enterprise selections. First, that is the soil and climatic condition. According to the soil and climatic condition, you have to grow the different crops or carry the different or the different enterprises. Like suppose the black cotton soil is available. Okay, then you have to grow the sugarcane crops. Okay, then hot and humid climate, you have to grow the chili crop. This is the soil and climatic conditions. Then economical conditions. Suppose the economical condition of that farmer is strong, so you have to grow the cash crops. Okay, cash crops means those crops which required growing or initial cost for cultivation is more, or and which gives greater or a high income to the farmer, that is called as cash crops. Okay, initial investment in cash crop is more but profit is high. Then the suppose the farmers having economic background is strong, then you have to cultivate that crops cash crops like sugarcane, turmeric, ginger, okay, tobacco, these are the cash crops. Okay, then resource availability, you have to grow the crops which maximum utilization of that available resources. Then farmer managerial skills. Okay, suppose the farmers have the managerial skill or technical knowledge, so you have to grow the different crops or different, you have to adopt the different enterprises like mushroom productions, okay, etc. Then household demand, suppose you have to grow that crops which requirement is daily in the kitchens, like potato, onions, etc. These are or vegetables, you have to grow this type of crops which required daily demand in the kitchen. Then market facility, suppose the you have to suppose the sugar factory is near to the to your farm, then you have to grow the or cultivate the sugarcane crop. Okay, suppose the cold storage is available, then you have to grow the onion crop. Okay, then for the grapes, raisin factories is available. According to the market facility, you have to grow the crops. Okay, this is the criteria for enterprise selection. Then IFS models, okay, dependent development of site specific IFS models is developed on the basis of agroclimatic conditions. Okay, there are three agroclimatic conditions, that is the dryland condition, irrigated condition and wetland conditions. Okay, as per this condition you have to develop the IFS models. Okay, there are three IFS models, integrated farming system models according to the agroclimatic conditions. First one is IFS model for dryland and rain-fed situation, second for irrigated situation or garden land, and third is wetland situation. Okay, first see the description of first IFS model, that is the IFS model for dryland and rain-fed situation. Dryland situation or rain-fed situation means the area where the crops are grown or totally depend on the rainwater. Availability of water is shortage of water. That condition, that is called as dryland condition or rain-fed situation. The IFS model for dryland or rain-fed situation is dryland cropping plus sheep or goat plus tree or grass fodder. This is called as IFS model. Okay, this is the IFS model, integrated farming system model. IFS model, dryland cropping. Okay, this is the major enterprise, and allied enterprises like sheep and goat plus tree or grass fodder. Okay, you have to grow the trees or you have to grow the grasses for fodder purpose. Okay, dryland cropping, in the dryland cropping you have to grow the crops which required less water, like jawar, okay, safflower, that type of you have to grow that type of crops which require less water. Then sheep and goat, rear the sheep and goat, and you have to grow the trees or grasses for the fodder purpose for sheep and goat. Okay, dryland cropping, dryland region are semi-arid region with annual rainfall is less than 750 mm. Dryland region means the region where the annual rainfall is less than 750 mm, and the growing period is 75 to 120 days or less than 200 days. For such a situation, the IFS models developed, that is the dryland cropping plus sheep and goat plus trees or grass fodder. This is the model for Coimbatore for 1 hectare area. In the dryland crops or in the cropping system, you have to grow the crops which require minimum water for growing, that is sorghum plus cowpea and sorghum plus cowpea. Sorghum plus cowpea for grain purpose and sorghum plus cowpea for fodder purpose for the sheep and goat. Area is 0.20 hectare area, you have to grow the crops in 0.40 hectare area. Then you have to grow the grass or you have to trees for the fodder purpose. This is Leucaena plus centurus, acacia plus grass and prosonic plus grass. You have to grow these trees or grass fodder for the fodder purpose for sheep and goat in the area 0.20 hectare, 0.20 hectare and 0.20 hectare area. Okay. Then you have to rear the goats, that is called as Tilichiri goats. Tilichiri goats means milky goats. Okay, 5 females and 1 male. You have to rear the 5 females and 1 male. The shed size is 6 into 4 meter. The daily requirement for individual animal, that is the 2 kg green and dry fodder plus 100 gram concentrates. Okay, individual animals which requires 2 kg dry plus green fodder and 100 gram concentrates for daily for individual animal, and litter used for composting, and the waste material or litter, that is urine, sheep manure, this is used for the composting purpose. Okay. Then economics from this IFS model, The additional revenue from IFS over CCCS means conventional cropping system. Okay, conventional cropping system means Paramparik Sheti is rupees 3,750 hectare per year. Okay, conventional cropping system, as compared to conventional cropping system, IFS integrated farming system gives 3,750 rupees per hectare per year. ओके, कन्व्हेन्शनल क्रॉपिंग सिस्टीमच्या कंपेअर करता IFS मधून आपल्याला 3,750 रुपये एवढे जास्त इन्कम मिळतो शेतकऱ्याला. then employment generation from IFS is 153 man days per hectare per year. Okay, employment generated throughout the year for 153 man days per hectare per year, and in conventional cropping system only 40 hectare per year. Okay, employment generation from IFS is more, that is 153 man days per hectare per year, and in conventional cropping system only 40 man days per hectare per year employment is generated. So IFS is profitable to the small and marginal farmers. This is the IFS model for dryland or rain-fed situation. Then second, IFS model for irrigated and garden situation. Irrigated situation or garden situation means where the water availability of water is more, or shortage of water is that is called as dry land conditions. Okay, and availability of water is more, that is called as irrigated or garden situation. And this is the IFS model for irrigated and garden situation is cropping plus cattle plus biogas plus mushroom. Okay, you have to select the crops or select the enterprises, those enterprises which required water requirement is more. Okay, that type of crops you have to grow in this situation. In the cropping you have to grow the crops which require more water, then cattle also required water. Then wastage of cattle, that is the cow dung, it is used for biogas production, and the waste material of cropping, that is straw, crop residue, is used for the production of mushroom. Okay, this is the resource utilization technology. Okay, waste material of each and every enterprises used as a input of another enterprises. Okay, like cropping, the waste material of cropping, that is crop residue, used as a fodder of cattle. Okay, the waste material of cattle, that is cow dung, is used as a input of that is cow dung used for biogas preparation. Okay, and the waste material of biogas like slurry, it is used for production of mushroom. IFS model for small and marginal farmers for 1 hectare area and tested against the conventional cropping system. Okay, it is this IFS model is compared with conventional cropping system, and the IFS model is cotton, there is cropping plus cattle plus biogas plus mushroom. Okay, in the cropping component you have to grow the crops which require more water like cotton, sorghum, finger millet in 0.20 hectare area. Okay, in the cropping section, this is the IFS model for garden land for 1 hectare area. In the crop component you have to grow the crops like cotton, okay, green gram, maize plus fodder cowpea or onion. Then second, wheat in Rabi, wheat plus sunflower, this is the mixed cropping. Then you have to grow the some maize plus fodder cowpea and summer cotton plus green gram. Then you have to grow the grasses like Napier grass, okay, that is called as Gauti grass, then lucerne, methi grass, and 150 trees of leucaena on bunds, subabu. Okay, you have to grow the 150 trees on bunds for the fodder purpose for animals on bunds. Okay, area is for components, first component 0.56 hectare area, then in Arabi 0.19, then fodder 0.15, then lucerne 0.05, and 150 trees of leucaena on bunds, the area is 0.05 hectare. Then after cropping you have to rear the or you have to conduct adopt another enterprise, that is dairy. You have to rear the animals, cows for milk purpose. The daily requirement of cattle is 2.5 tons legume fodders, 45.5 tons grass, and 1 ton dry fodder obtained from IFS. Okay, this is the fodder which is obtained from the cropping components. Okay, 2.5 tons legume fodder, then 45.5 tons grass from Napier and lucerne grass, 1 ton dry fodder from Jawar. It is obtained from the IFS model, that is cropping system, and maize and wheat flour used as a cattle feed, or it is used as a concentrate and dung is utilized as a manure or in biogas. Okay, the waste material of cattle, that is dung, it is used as a manure for growing the crops, or it is also used for the production of biogas. Okay, in the dairy unit you have to rear the 3 cows and 2 cows, 3 cows milky cows and 2 cows. Then biogas unit, you have to prepare the biogas unit. For the capacity of that biogas unit is 2 meter cube, and the mushroom production, daily mushroom production is 1.5 to 2.0 kg per day. Okay, this is the biogas plant. The economics of this model is mean revenue from IFS is rupees 34,600 per hectare per year. Okay, the mean revenue is obtained from the IFS is 34,600 per hectare per year, and from the conventional cropping system is 30,950 per hectare per year. Okay, कन्व्हेन्शनल क्रॉपिंग सिस्टीम पासून आपल्याला 13,950 हेक्टर एवढे काय इन्कम मिळतो, तर आपल्याला IFS मॉडेल पासून 34,600 एवढं काय मिळतो इन्कम मिळतो. म्हणजे IFS सिस्टीम पासून जास्त इन्कम मिळतो ॲज कम्पेअर टू तो पारंपरिक शेती कन्व्हेन्शनल क्रॉपिंग सिस्टीमच्या कम्पेअर करता डबल इन्कम आपल्याला IFS मधून मिळतो. देन एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन फ्रॉम IFS मधून एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट किती होते, 770 मॅन डेज पर हेक्टर पर इयर. एका हेक्टरला 770 मॅन डेज पर इयर एवढी काय होते एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट होते फ्रॉम द इरिगेटेड situation or garden land situation. Okay, this is the model for irrigated situation or garden land situation. Okay, then third IFS model for wetland situation. Wetland situation means availability of water is more in kharif season, only in kharif season. Okay, in monsoon season, that is called as wetland situation. And in this situation the rice is the major crop is growing in wetland situation. This is the IFS model for wetland situation. Wetland means availability of water is more in monsoon season or in rainy season. The IFS model is cropping plus fish plus poultry plus mushroom. Okay, you have to grow the crops which required more water from sowing to harvesting. Then fishery, aquaculture is this enterprise also required water. Then poultry and mushroom. Okay, in the cropping 0.36 hectare area under the cropping, then fish pond 0.04 hectare area. This cropping, this model was studied at Coimbatore, and this model is compared or tested against the conventional cropping system. Okay, rice green gram in 0.20 hectare area, and rice green manure in 0.20 hectare area. In the cropping you have to grow the rice crop in kharif. Okay, in rabi also rice, and in summer green gram. Okay, then in kharif rice, in rabi rice, and in summer green manure crop in the area 0.20 hectare. Okay, this is the model for wetland situation. This model was tested at Coimbatore. This is the model for 0.36 hectare area. In the cropping you have to grow the rice maize crop, and then rice groundnut, and maize, rice and sesame. Maize in kharif, rice in rabi, and sesame in summer. Okay, in the area 0.16, 0.10 and 0.10. This is the cropping component. Then second enterprise, that is the fish pond. The capacity of that fish pond is 0.04 hectare area. Then poultry shed, the size of that poultry shed is 2.2 meter square. And mushroom unit, you have to prepare the mushroom unit in the area 5 into 3 meter. Okay, then in the fish production, 15 days old finger legs of silver carp, rohu, mrigal and grass carp. This is the species of fish at the ratio 4:2:3:1. The total fingerlings is 7,500 per hectare, and it is harvested after 10 months. Okay, 15 दिवसाची ओल्ड 15 days ओल्ड फिंगरलिंग्स म्हणजे माशांची पिल्ले, सिल्वर काप, रोहू, मृगळ आणि ग्रास काप. ओके, ह्या 4 स्पेसिसची पिल्ले काय करायचे, 15 दिवसाचे ओल्ड पिल्ले काय करायचे त्या फिश पॉन्डमध्ये सोडायचे. रेशो किती आहे त्याचा 4:2:3:1. ह्या रेशोने काय करायचे, हे 4 स्पेसिस काय करायचे ते सोडायच्या. टोटल फिंगरलिंग्स किती एक हेक्टरला 7,500 एवढे सोडायचे, आणि ते हार्वेस्ट कधी करायचे, इट इज हार्वेस्टेड आफ्टर 10 months, 10 महिन्यानंतर काय करायचे, हार्वेस्ट करायचे. ओके, दिस इज द फिश प्रोडक्शन. देन इन पोल्ट्री dropping serve as a feed to fish. Okay, this is in the this is the third enterprise, that is the poultry, and poultry shed is prepared on the farm fish pond. Okay, the poultry droppings, it is used as a feed to the fish. The 18 weeks old chicks were reared in the shed. 18 weeks old असणारे चिक्स पिल्ल काय करायचे पोल्ट्रीचे रेड करायचे त्या शेडमध्ये. अँड वेस्ट प्रोड्यूस ऑफ फार्म यूज टू फीड, आणि ते वेस्ट किंवा ड्रॉपिंग असेल पोल्ट्रीचे, इट इज यूज ॲज अ फीड टू दी फिश. And then lucerne also used as a feed to poultry birds. Okay, lucerne, this is the methi gas, it is called as methi gas, it is also used as a feed to the poultry birds. Okay, this is the integrated poultry cum fish farming system. Okay, this is the poultry shed which is prepared on the fish pond. Okay, and the poultry dropping, it is serve as a feed to the fish. Okay, and then fourth enterprise is the mushroom production. Mushroom production, the waste material from the crop residue, that is the plant residue, also rice straw, the major input for the production of mushroom, that is the rice straw. Rice straw was used to produce the oyster mushroom. For the production of oyster mushroom, rice straw is used. Okay, then economics of this model is net profit from rice, fish, poultry, mushroom system is rupees 11,755 per hectare per year. Okay, and net profit from conventional cropping system is 6,335 hectare per year. ओके, कन्व्हेशनल क्रॉपिंग सिस्टीम पारंपरिक शेतीपासून आपल्याला 6,335 एवढं काय होतं निव्वळ नफा एका हेक्टरमधून एका वर्षाला मिळतो. तर आपल्याला IFS मधून इंटिग्रेटेड फार्मिंग सिस्टीममधून किती मिळतो 11,755, 11,755 नेट प्रॉफिट इज ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम द IFS मॉडेल. ओके, इज द मोस्ट प्रॉफिटेबल IFS मॉडेल एज कम्पेअर्ड टू द कन्व्हेशनल क्रॉपिंग सिस्टीम. ओके, देन एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन फ्रॉम IFS इज 174 मॅन डेज पर हेक्टर पर इयर. ओके, एका वर्षाला एका हेक्टरमध्ये आपल्याला 174 मॅन डेज लागतात. ओके, दिस द इकॉनॉमिक्स ऑफ दिस मॉडेल. दिस द थर्ड मॉडेल, that is the IFS model for wetland situation. This is the paddy straw mushroom. Okay, this is the lecture number 14, development of site specific IFS models according to the agroclimatic conditions and resource recycling. Resource recycling means you have to the waste material of one enterprise used as the input of another enterprise. Recycling of waste material. Okay, that is called as resource use efficiency and optimization techniques. Okay, in this lecture there are three IFS models are prepared. Is depend on the climatic conditions like availability of water, that is dry condition, irrigated condition and wetland conditions. Okay, in the dry condition you have to grow the crops which require minimum water and also select the enterprises which require less water. Then irrigated condition and wetland condition you have to grow the crops which require more water, also cash crops you have to grow, and select the enterprise, those enterprises which require the medium water like aquaculture, that is called as fishery. Okay, mushroom production, etc. You have to select these enterprises. Okay, this is the IFS model. This is called as IFS models, and the economics of that models. This models is profitable to the farmers or not profitable to the farmers, and this model is tested with conventional cropping system. Okay, from the conventional cropping system, net profit from conventional cropping system and net profit from IFS models. Okay, this is tested with conventional cropping system, that is called as economics. Okay, this is the integrated farming system models for different agroclimatic zones. 3 agroclimatic zones, that is wet dryland condition, irrigated condition and wetland condition. Okay, this is the lecture number 14. Title of this lecture is development of site specific IFS model for different agroclimatic zones, its resource use efficiency and optimization techniques. Okay, thank you.